Wrestling Federation, it's TNT with your host, Vince McMahon. This is Lord Alfred Hayes inviting you to join Vince and his guests, Paul Orndorff, Pedro Morales, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and King Kong Bundy. And now, here's your host, Vince McMahon.
Thank you very much. As was outlined earlier, Bobby the Brain Heenan, along with King Kong, but he's perhaps the most awesome individual, maybe next only to Andre the Giant in professional wrestling today, isn't he?
Well, I think to look at him visually is more awesome, because at least Andre has a smile sometimes. This fellow never does.
Speaking of awesome, certainly that would bring us to our very first guest in terms of his wrestling tactics in the ring and his all-around wrestling skills. Would you please welcome Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. It's coming real soon, as a matter of fact.
Take me off the hook.
Oh, it's coming real soon, and it doesn't quite look as awesome as you do in real life, but it's on its way. You look terrific. You obviously have been hitting the gym as you always do.
Well, you know, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, got to the gym at 6, and worked out for 2 hours. So I feel good as long as I get to the gym.
Let me ask you: do you work out with the cast there on your? You work out with that on, or?
Well, sure I do.
You do.
I mean, it is injured, and it's to the point now that any stress, you know, lifting the heavy weights or anything like that.
Because there was a reason I asked you, because there were reports.
It's an old football injury.
I see. There was reports that that someone had seen you recently without the cast on when you were not in the wrestling ring, and I wondered if that had any validity at all. I guess not.
When I'm around, you know, say just walking around or wherever I'm going, but if I'm training or anything that I'm going to do physical, I do wear the cast because that's. You know, there is a possibility for that thing to
What we'd like to do is we'll join this matchup in progress, take you back to a matchup with Big Joe Murdo. It'll be Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against Joe Murdo. We'll join it in progress, after which we'll come back.
Well, that remains to be seen, Jess, just how vicious Mr. Wonderful can get. He certainly will have to with that $50,000 bounty riding on his head. I don't know how he sleeps at night. Nice elbow right down into the back of Joe Murdo. Mr. Wonderful, all business. Scoops him up. Wow, that's 300 pounds plus up in the air. Notice how he's not using that thing, Jess, to any advantage.
Well, he's probably not using it because he doesn't need to yet.
Front face lock now by Mr. Wonderful.
I'll bet if Mr. Wonderful gets in trouble, he won't hesitate for a minute.
You think so?
Huh. Like I said, I know the real Mr. Wonderful. Not this guy he's trying to portray to all them fans out there just because they're cheering him now.
Front face lock and really jerking it is Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and Murdo makes it to the ropes. Referee will have to step in and break. Referee never broke him. Give me a break, ref. Nice knee lift. The crowd certainly 100% behind Mr. Wonderful, who slips right back into that front face lock.
I heard, you know, speaking of the true Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, I heard when he played pro football, he was considered a cheap shot artist.
What makes you say that?
That's just what I heard through the grapevine, through the Body's Intelligence Network.
Well, at times, some of your network seems to be a fountain of misinformation, too.
I only speak the truth, Gorilla. They all know that.
Murdo with a couple of knees gets out. And Orndorff in trouble. Irish whip coming up. Look out, ducks underneath the clothesline. Orndorff with a high cross body. Murdo down. 1 count, 2. Whoa, close.
Beautiful move on the part of Orndorff. He caught Joe Murdo with that one.
He is quick. Orndorff now unloading with some heavy artillery. Wham, right into the top turnbuckle goes Joe Murdo head first. Orndorff setting him up here for something off the ropes. Power slam. Wow, well executed. Hooks the leg. He's going to get him, I'm sure. Orndorff with a tremendous power slam. And look at, he never once went to that cast in any way, shape, or form. Unbelievable.
And that makes you feel good, don't it, Gorilla?
Sure does. Let's go up to our ring announcer.
The winner of this bout, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Oh, look out. From behind, Murdo unloading, and Orndorff retaliates immediately with a number of rights. Look out. Murdo going in now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that shot he gave him.
What was that with, Gorilla Monsoon?
Wow, he gave him a shot with that right arm that's got the cast on it and gave Murdo a negative attitude, I'm sure.
There are a couple of Cowboy Bob Orton fans in the audience, and we've been joined
by looking there at how intelligent they are, I can see why they are that way.
There's Dr. Johnson has joined us, as a matter of fact, orthopedic surgeon, and unlike the last doctor we had on TNT was Dr. Sigmund Ziff. Are you familiar with that doctor?
No, I'm sorry, I don't think I've met him.
Well, he has unusual degrees. He has 2 degrees, practicing actually, gynecology and psychiatry, which perhaps is the most unusual combination. But you, doctor, just have you're an orthopedic surgeon.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
And that's all?
That's right.
Okay. In any event, you have examined Paul Orndorff's arm, have you?
Yes, I have. I've also examined the x-rays that were taken at the time that he was injured. Would you like my opinion?
Yes, of course.
Fine. Mr. Orndorff had a multiple fracture of the humerus. It was not a simple fracture, a compound one, and it was in bad alignment, as we can see here, which is just a way of saying that it was a serious fracture. Now, when it healed, an open reduction had to be done, and when it healed, it resulted in what we call fibrous dysplasia. Now, that means that there are scar tissues on the bone, and to the layman, what it means is that the bone is weak. It is weaker than it was before the injury. Sometimes after an injury, if the healing takes place perfectly, and there is no fibrous dysplasia, the bone is just as strong as it was.
But this injury, when did this injury take place? I mean, this is an old injury? Or?
Oh, yes, it's an old
injury. Oh, it is an
injury.
old one, then?
Yes, it is. However...
How old? I mean, several
years? I told
years?
you that about 8 years ago it was in football.
Yeah.
When I was with the New Orleans
Just
Saints.
checking, that's all.
Yeah.
Why would I lie to you?
I didn't say you were.
One thing that I'm not is a liar.
And so this
Well, if I were Mr. Orndorff, I would continue to wear a cast or a brace of some kind, because the bone did not heal as well as it might, and even though the injury is old, the bone for the rest of his life will be weak.
Well, we thank you for joining us in that report. We'll be back with more Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Back with more TNT, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff joining us, and I, for one, really thought that you were wearing the cast simply as a retaliatory measure as it relates to Cowboy Bob Orton, but I guess maybe there is some legitimate, not that you were paltering or whatever, but it seems to me that there was a lot of concern. I, for one, had no idea that you had an old football injury and that you had a really legitimate reason to wear the cast.
Well, that's true, you know, and like you just said.
But let me interrupt you. I mean, I don't think you would be above, would you? We just saw in the match earlier with Murdo, when he attacked you from behind, you used that as a weapon. I don't think you'd be above using it if the circumstances obviously were correct.
That's exactly right. You know, it can do a lot of damage. It can hurt somebody. And if I'm forced to do it, you know, it's an eye for an eye now. You know, I've been beat around. I've been banged with it. People's been carried out of the ring because of Orton. He's been wearing that thing for over a year now. You heard the doctor even say that it was well.
All right, well,
so if
right
it comes down for me using this, I will use it with a smile, too.
With a smile. Take a look at you in the squared circle. This is you and a junkyard dog. The match, I believe, is just over. Let's take a look at the tape.
All right, take a look at this. Yes, sir. All right, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Go for it. Yes, sir. Look at that. Amen. That's the World Wrestling Federation for you. Look at that. Maybe that's a little Bruno Sammartino in there. Who knows?
It's that little boy proud right now. Look at him. Look at him posing.
All right, look at that. Just go for your partners, you know what? G-R-A-B-T-A-G-F-C-A-K-E-S. Yeah, grab them cakes. Say grab them cakes. Oh, I don't care what it takes. Just grab them cakes. Grab them cakes.
It's all about right
there. Who taught you how to dance?
Who?
I can say safely that you wrestle considerably better than you dance. You can't do everything right. I mean, no one can, right?
Yes,
really?
I can. I'm a very good dancer.
Oh, really?
Especially late at night, I can dance really good.
Really? Yeah. All right. We'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us. Back with more TNT. In the World Wrestling Federation magazine, which you can grab this, the cover on this shot here, we have there's an article in here called Dirty Tricks of the Trade. And I must say that our next guests are certainly involved in that. As a matter of fact, here's a shot in the lower right-hand corner of, there we go, Dirty Tricks of the Trade. And down here, over here by the thumb, you can just barely see the Bobby the Brain Heenan and King Kong Bundy. Would you please welcome them? My goodness.
For over a year, I've been coming on your program here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know my name yet, pal?
Yes, I Fumford. I'm sorry.
You
just did it yourself just then. I didn't call you the Weasel.
You sure did.
I did not. I almost slipped and said that, but I didn't say that. I certainly got Bundy's name right, I'll tell you that. King Kong, you're live up to your reputation, I must say, thus far. You just...
What's that about? I will sit by him.
Oh, all right.
You know, McMahon, I overheard a comment you made about dirty tricks we use.
No, that was simply, I did not make that comment. It's something here in the magazine that, there's an article on dirty tricks of the trade, more or less. And
how could anybody mention King Kong Bundy and Bobby the Brain Heenan in an article about dirty tricks?
I didn't write
a dirty trick in our life.
No?
Never.
Maybe a little stretch of the imagination or, something of that nature.
I don't know.
No?
I can't imagine who wrote that article.
Oh, maybe we'll look it up. Mr. Heenan, you seem to be a little down. Are you perplexed about something?
You talk about dirty tricks. You talk about whether these people like me or not, I could care less. There's probably guys that run Chrysler, like Lee Iacocca. There's probably guys that run General Mills or some big companies. People don't like them. But they are successful winners. Mm-hmm. That's what I am. That's what this man is. Mm. Yes. You've never done nothing shady in your life?
Me?
Don't laugh, too.
I can't think of anything right offhand. What was it?
Nah, he wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think so.
Never in a million years. Would you ever do something shady?
Alfred Shady? No, take a look at
your
that
whole
face.
Life, I asked you. He looks like a Mater D at Bellevue.
Look at that. A Mater D where? At where?
Bellevue.
Oh.
Where's Bellevue?
Bellevue?
Well,
it's a nice dining and dancing club outside of England. You'd enjoy it there.
Thank you.
Might fit right in. No, I didn't say that. How much are you weighing now, Mr. Bundy? You seem to have gained a little weight, if that's possible. I mean, in terms of awesome size is what I'm making reference to, right?
Somebody got a problem out there?
I don't think so.
You know what the problem is? You get up every day and you get bigger. You get in the ring, you squash people, and you make an enormous fortune. She gets up every day and tries to make the mirror look smaller. That's the only difference. You know, Bobby's right. When jealousy rears its ugly head like it just did, all you laughing, it's not a pretty sight. I'm about 478 right now.
Oh,
but, with beating up under the giant all the time, I need that little bit of extra size, McMahon, to keep running.
478, that's awesome. There was an article recently about, I guess now a couple of months ago in New York Daily News, and there was some sort of comparison of you and Refrigerator Perry. There was you challenged Refrigerator Perry to
That's right. A friend of mine.
Obviously not a wrestling match, you know.
Well, and anything he wants, it doesn't matter. I told my friend from the Atlantic City Press, Sonny Schwartz, that if he's the refrigerator, that I'm a stand-up freezer.
There's no doubt.
Calling him the refrigerator. Can you imagine, Bobby?
He's like a Coleman cooler. Just put him in the trunk and you
one of those
go
little
home.
portable coolers, put him in the trunk and leave him there.
All right, we'll be back with more of Bundy and the Brain. Stay with us. King Kong Bundy and Bobby the Brain Heenan. And I would think that, Mr. Heenan, right now you're gearing, notwithstanding the tremendous success that Bundy and Stud have had as a tag team combination, I would think you're sort of homing down the efforts of Mr. Bundy now in terms of individual competition, are you not?
Well, it's very hard. You know, no one will sign a contract to wrestle Bundy or Stud. I have to enter them in battle royals. We have to go in handicaps.
And Bobby, who's running fastest of all?
Hulk Hogan.
He's running. He's refused it?
Well, I've given contracts to every major wrestling promotion in the world under the sanction of the World Wrestling Federation, and I haven't got a return yet. Oh, well, you can be in a handicap, maybe a tag, maybe a battle royal, but Hulk's not available for that date. He's got to go do the Love Boat. Oh, no, Hulk's not available for this day. He's got to go do a Cheerios commercial. Nope, he's not available for this. No, he's at a car wash. They're opening up next week.
A car wash?
Well,
I don't think that would be his style. No, but a lot of excuses, eh?
Oh, that's Junkyard Dog, you're right. I missed it by a little bit. But, I mean, maybe a supermarket opening or something. But he's always busy. This man's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Try him on for size.
Try him on for size. All right, we'll take you now to some videotape footage. King Kong Bundy meeting not one, but two individuals in a handicap match. Take a look at Mr. Bundy.
That man is awesome. No, not Bundy Blubber. I don't believe so. I don't know anyone that would want to be underneath the avalanche from Atlantic City. 458 pounds, I believe the announcer said.
458. You realize that Cripley and Doze, one weighs 225 and one weighs 230 for a combination of 455.
Bundy weighs as much as both of them put together.
3 pounds more.
Chopped by Bundy. The amazing thing about Bundy, not just his extraordinary size, the amazing thing about him is his agility.
Tremendous agility, but more than that, he knows how to utilize that weight of his so well. I don't know of too many people that really know how to use their weight to their advantage as much as Bundy. And he is strong.
Big John Studd on the outside directing traffic moments ago on one side, Heenan directing traffic on the other.
Well, John Studd is standing out there looking, but he knows he has nothing to be concerned about because Bundy has things well under control.
Bundy is unbelievable.
This is a handicap match, but I think it's Doze and Cripley who are handicapped. Really.
Yes.
A guy like Bundy.
I'm inclined to agree, Bruno. Oh, wow. Bundy with awesome power. Stud and Heenan looking on as Bundy scoops up Cripley, dumps him on Paul Doze. And now what's going to happen? Oh, no. Bundy! Bundy insisting on the 5 count. Big smile on Big John Stud's face.
And a bigger smile on Bobby Heenan's face. He is thrilled.
That was impressive.
Has anybody, McMahon, in the history of the whole World Wrestling Federation ever beaten 2 men for a count of 5? Anybody?
No, I don't believe so.
No.
No, you're...
Let me correct you, no.
Oh, no, all right. I was about ready to say no. No one ever has.
I didn't believe so, but definitely not. Nobody ever has.
And I would think that Mr. Bundy, however, if you pursue this quest of becoming World Wrestling Federation champion, that I would think that the answer is going to come in terms of a positive. I'm sure that Hulk Hogan would not back up in terms of his... I think he would respect you for your size, respect you for your ability, but I certainly don't feel, Mr. Heenan, as you were saying during the break, that that in any way Hulk Hogan is hiding from Mr. Bundy.
Hulk Hogan is nothing more than a people's champion. You people like him. You cheer him on. As far as I'm concerned, the guy is nothing more than your champion. To get in that ring and defend them, oh yeah, he's big, he's strong, he's powerful, he's tough. But without you people out there cheering him on and screaming, and the Hulk Hogan dolls and this and that, everything that makes wrestling happen today, without that, he's nothing. We don't have a doll of Bundy. We don't have a doll of me. We don't have people cheering us. We don't care. But we're still successful winners.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we thank you. Speaking of winners, to join us when we return will be Pedro Morales. We'll have Pedro with us.
Oh, Pedro Morales.
Somebody made bail, huh?
We'll be back. Our next guest is an individual who has held the Intercontinental Championship, one-time co-holder of the Tag Team Championship, and at one time the World Wrestling Federation champion, and no other individual in pro wrestling has ever accomplished about what we spoke of. Would you please welcome now the only individual to have attained all those heights, Pedro Morales. You and Alfred are old partners, aren't you? Go back a ways, huh?
We go back. I remember once we were up in somewhere Minot, North Dakota, or Minneapolis, or somewhere up there, and we were in a tiny plane that flew through a tremendous snowstorm. I said, if ever this plane gets down safely and we survive, I'm going to drink a bottle of scotch. And the plane did land safely, and I got the scotch, and he stole it and ran away with it.
What are friends for, huh? I mean, you know. Yeah. In the WWF magazine, there's a shot of a friend of yours, as a matter of fact, another friend of yours, Hulk Hogan, on the cover. And on the inside, Pedro, there's a whole thing on Pedro's Port of Riches, in reference, of course, to your home in Culebra, Puerto Rico. Is that the way it's pronounced?
Puerto Rico, sí, Culebra, Puerto Rico.
And any number of interesting things in here with, where is atop the walls of El Morro?
El Morro, yes.
Yeah.
That's the Spanish built that to, how you say, to protect the island from the pirates, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think the British. I think the British couple of times attacked the
British
island.
always have something to do with that, you know.
1500 and something.
Yeah, I think in 1595.
Alfred led the invasion.
Francis Drake.
Alfred led the invasion.
Yes.
I thought so. We're going to take you down to some footage from Madison Square Garden. It'll be Pedro Morales squaring off against Rene Goulet. We'll join it in progress. Here we go.
Goulet's getting the feeling of what it's like to be out on the concrete here in Madison Square Garden. Look at this. Jammed into the top turnbuckle. Nothing there but steel. The Michael Jackson of the wrestling world not faring too well right now at the hands of Pedro Morales, and Goulet down again. How sweet payback is, Jess. Look out, Rene going for the ride. Arm whip. Oh, upside down and over the top. Wow, had he gone completely out, he wouldn't have been back, Jess.
He would have definitely been counted out, Gorilla, but he's at Pedro's mercy up there.
Hung himself on that top rope. And the fans are 100% behind Morales as he's unloading now. And Goulet with a whip in. Big back. Wow. Morales for the cover. 1, 2, 2 1/4. That's it. The #1 Frenchman giving it all he's got.
Well, Morales is turning and asking the people, and that's a big mistake.
Absolutely. Oh, Morales ran into a double kick by Goulet. Both of these guys are ripe for the picking right now. And Goulet picks him up, tried to get him up, couldn't get him up for that suplex. Didn't have enough left, but now they're slugging it out. Small package by Morales, and a 3 count gets it.
Pedro wraps it up in a small package. A lot of fans out there. Pedro, you perhaps have the most powerful left hand, I guess, maybe in professional wrestling. You seem to, when you plant those feet, you get them nice and flat, and boy, can you let it sail.
Well, I think, yes, Vince, I trained that left hook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many guys can take that left hook, you know, especially when you pop in the belly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to pop that left hook in Morocco or Valentine, you know. I know that they are powerful, and I have a very bad memory about it, especially Valentine when he suplexed me in that cement floor. I don't know if you remember.
Of course.
About 4 years ago, you know. And,
we're going to return, as a matter of fact. You have other stuff. We have music, Puerto Rican music,
That's
Puerto
right,
Rican
yes.
food. Stay with us for more TNT and more of Pedro Morales.
Patacón, patacón. ¡Eh! ¡Rico! Patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón. Pisao, patacón, patacón, patacón. Pisao que patacón, patacón. Pisao. ¡Venga!
All right, Nueve Mamasan. All right, back here with more TNT. Pedro Morales and Amelia's joined us, along with, of course, Lord Alfred Hayes, and we're about ready to taste some Puerto Rican delicacies here, I understand. And Amelia, tell us a little something. What do we have here as an example? What is this dish right here?
This is arroz con pollo.
Arroz con pollo.
Rice with
okay.
chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And with a little bit decorated, and these are banana leaves just to make it pretty for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually eat with beans.
With beans.
It's usually, you want something to moisten it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are pink beans.
Pink beans.
And it has a little bit of squash in it.
There you go.
There you go.
Very
Okay.
nice. Did you know that we have a food expert here with us today? Did you know that?
Well, he looks like it.
Well, no, not this one, of course. Pedro certainly would qualify in that category, perhaps. But I mean, a real expert. I mean, this man knows everything there is to know about culinary delights. Would you please welcome surprise guest Captain Louis Alberto? Why don't you fix Lou a little something there and
Lou,
see
there's
if...
a little bit of rice.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a
I'm
little
going-
bit of anything, Lou.
Well, that's you got a point there.
Look at the belly. 55-inch
a little bit
waist.
of chicken so you don't have to fight with it.
Oh, the beans now, Lou. Take it easy on the beans.
Vince, I'm going to taste this and tell you if this is the authentic
You want
from
it
the
in
island.
From the island. Because you spent some time on the island, haven't you?
I've been there
Yes.
80, 90, 100 times. It's like my adopted home, Vince. I love it.
Really?
Beautiful island.
And we're going to have it... what is this, beef? Is this beef?
I'll give him a
This
whole
is
one.
beef.
Yes, don't
This
give him
a whole one.
Put a whole one on
That's
there.
eye of
Yeah.
round.
Half.
We
He does-
call it at home lechon de mechar, meaning a little
Lechon de
pig in.
mechar, okay.
But it's beef.
All right, while Lou is tasting that, how about if... Julio, how about striking up the band over there for another tune? What do you say?
Take a little knife and cut this one. All right. Give me a little thing.
Si confundes tu cuerpo con tu alma, es que estás enamorado, es que estás enamorado. Si recuerdas los besos de tu infancia, es que estás enamorado, que estás enamorado. Si percibes el llanto más callado, ay, si percibes el roce de unas manos, es que estás enamorado, enamorado.
right, Pedro, you're into it now. All right, now, Lou, if you can, Lou, in one word, if you can describe just how good this is in one word, what would you say?
Oh, this is wait. This is without a doubt true, authentic Puerto Rican food. Beautiful, the best I've ever tasted. Pedro, it's a taste, Pedro, taste.
Very good. Just like from the islands. All right, well, we'll be back with more of TNT and Lord knows what else. Maybe some more beans or something. A party here. It is delicious. I must say, I tasted some of that. Capper, let me ask you a question. How was it?
I never tasted anything like it. Been eating the most delicious food in the world, right from the island, baby.
Lou always liked his food, no doubt of that. Alfred, how did you like it?
Can I be truthful here? Honestly truthful?
We would expect nothing but the truth.
Right. This food...
Surely you must say the rice. The rice was good.
No.
No, wait a minute.
No.
What about the chicken?
No good.
The beans?
No. It's like food for common people. It's not comparable to, say, a scone or a crumpet or caviar, and the fruit drink was just awful. Champagne is much better. I'm used to better things in life. The beans were just dreadful. The rice I didn't like. This common people's food that I would imagine that Lou Albano likes it.
Are you sick? Are you sick? How do you like that? How do you like that, eh? How do you like that, eh? How do you like that, eh? How do you like that?
Pedro, thank you very much. Amelia, thank you. Thank you very much, and we certainly hope you enjoyed this TNT. Next week, the magnificent Morocco will join us, Mr. Fuji, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake. So long, everybody.